Yeah, 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 yeah. Hold one vibes, put me drink on ice. Yeah, breathe more life. Cause we are breathe more life. Yeah, you know what it is, you know what I mean. You know what it is when you're with me. Hold one vibes, cause we are breathe more life. I done seen it all, I done done it all. I still can't see me stopping. I'm still scheming, plotting. Wake up every morning, feel this burning hunger. I ain't getting no younger. I can't help but wonder why me feel sad and blue when me can't get no weed and juice. Please don't get it confused. All that I want to do is hold one vibes, put me drink on ice. Yeah, breathe more life. Cause we are breathe more life. Yeah, you know what it is, you know what I mean. You know what it is when you're with me. Hold one vibe. Cause we are breathe more life.
What my Nigerian culture means to me.
What my Kenyan culture means to me.
What my Sudanese culture means to me.
What my Ghanaian culture means to me.
What my Guinean culture means to me.
What my Botswana culture means to me.
What my Egyptian culture means to me.
What my Ethiopian culture means to me.
What my Cameroonian culture means to me.
What my Somali culture means to me. My Somali culture means family. It means some really good goat meat from my mom's house.
The first few things that come to mind is like hospitality and connection to your community and like family.
The fact that my parents have raised me to uphold certain values like education over everything and respecting your elders. It means authentic connections and not having to abide by all these formalities and being able to make instantaneous connections with people that you just met on the street or you just come across just because of the fact that you share the same culture and the same identity.
So one of the best parts about Ghana is the street food. I'm talking kelewele, chichinga, cocoa and kosa in the morning, like anything you could think of. It's amazing and I love it.
To me, my culture is the intersection of two distinct cultures and the beauty of them both. Sudan, known as the passageway between both Africa and the Arab world, it serves a distinct role in bridging the gap between two different people and making them into one.
Most people hear about Lagos or Abuja, the capital of Nigeria, but most people forget there are about 36 states in Nigeria, including the Federal Capital Territory, and about 250 unique tribes, culture, and language.
The meaning of Botswana culture to me is belonging to a greater family and a greater community.
It's my whole life, to be honest, you know. It's like my mom, all the food we ate in the house was Guinean. That's what like built me up, that's what grew me, you know. It used to be like regrind and mafe out in the crib. It used to be like my aunts coming over and them like talking about whatever drama and like just talking about everyone from back home because I got like mad uncles and aunts.
My Cameroonian culture means everything to me. How I walk, how I talk, what I wear, what I eat, how I treat others.
I believe, Egypt is such a large country and its people are everywhere in the world that, we share a sense of community even when we're in different parts of the world. I'm American Egyptian, other people are in different areas. But no matter where we are, we still understand each other to some degree or whatnot. I remember when I was younger in New Jersey, going to different parties and stuff like that with Egyptian friends and family. And I was pretty young at the time, but I remember just how happy those days were, eating good food and really being able to connect with the people around me.
It means authentic connections and being able to have personable conversations with people that you meet at the metro, or if you go downtown Silver Spring, you stick your head into a store finding a fellow Ethiopian who you can have kind of an oversharing conversation with and not worrying about being too much or saying too much.
Is our ability to maintain and foster cordial and peaceful relationships with one another, regardless of religion or ethnicity.
Growing up in Lagos and moving to America, my parents ensured that I never forgot where I came from. They told me, Mayowa, the future might not be clear, but remember where you come from. Remember your parents. Remember your last name. Since hearing those words, I've carried them along with me through school, through thick and thin, through everything life has had to offer.
Okay, so I'm from Somaliland, not Somalia. It's like the northern part of Somalia, but it's not really a country yet. It's still a country to me. Well, the DMV is known to have a lot of East Africans, so there's a lot of us. There's a lot of Ethiopians, Somalis, both from Somaliland and Somalia. So living in Connecticut, New York for a majority of my high school career, it was nice moving here because there's people that look like me, have the same culture as me. I can get some Somali food when I want to, a lot of Ethiopian food too. So it's real nice.
And sometimes, like in the foods that we eat, that we have nyama choma whenever we gather as a family, and that it's such a big deal getting to eat some barbecued meat that we could have any day, but it's just those small things. And eating ugali with your stew, or whenever my mom comes home, we get to spend a day making chapati together, and we get to bond over such things that I wouldn't be able to if I were from any other country.
The people there are real appreciative of what they have, and I carry those humble values every day. My family, they taught me how to, carry myself, and they taught me what culture means to me. And I give thanks to my mom, my dad, even my brother.
Botswana culture to me means belonging to a greater family and a greater community. Botswana culture is love and acceptance above all things. We are such a diverse nation and we value our differences. This diversity is identified in our national flag with the colors blue, black, and white. We are a welcoming nation with the motto, our pride, your destination.
It's fun when I'm around people and I meet a Ghanaian person. It's like, Njadama, good tonight. It's like, oh, you just built a connection with that person because, just because you guys happen to speak the same language, an obscure West African language, that's crazy.
Politically, Ghana is one of the most stable and strongest democracies on the African continent. And I think that Ghanaians abroad and back home understand this role has larger implications in that we are helping to combat negative stereotypes about Africa on a global level.
The Egyptian people throughout history, I feel that we've taken on different identities, pharaonic time periods, Arab time periods, even colonial time periods, such as the British occupation, which actually affected my family. And I think that this kind of dynamic identity has allowed the Egyptians to understand people a lot better and to, in a way, be able to interact as a more worldly citizen in a positive manner, especially with cultures way different from their own.
To me, my Sunnis culture represents a narrative of my ancestors, a narrative of the people that came before me, and the narrative of the legacy that I have to continue.
My Nigerian culture means a lot to me. It's me as a person. It's my identity.
Diga Soti.
Kadung wani story yangu.
Masamni.
Eléyìí ni ìtàn mi.
Hii ni hadithi yangu.
Polelo eki yami.
Watson Shekelelu.
C'est mon histoire.
Masamni. This is my story.
They ask, I didn't do this before people will start pointing fingers and saying